being super serious about your situations can multiply your distress and your troubles. Well, there are challenges in life, but conducting it playfully is most important, because being playful means when you play, your involvement is total, but you carry it lightly. Carrying life lightly and its situations lightly is extremely important. Otherwise, simple process of life can crush you, as it is doing to a whole lot of people. Simple things. Earning a living is crushing people. Managing a family is crushing people. Managing a relationship is crushing people. Getting educated is crushing people. This is because there is no playfulness about life. You're taking yourself too seriously.
Who cannot laugh, cannot meditate. Laughter is a certain exuberance of your energy. Meditation is the ultimate exuberance of your life energies without any physical action. We must understand, laughter is not an attitude that you take. A whole lot of people are talking about, you must laugh more. I'm telling you, if you try to laugh more, you will become insane. Laughter is not something that you do. Laughter is something that happens when you're exuberant, when your life energies are exuberant. Laughter is a natural outcome. Wherever you are, whether you're alone or whether you're with people, laughter is a natural expression of what is happening within you. If you have to laugh, then that amounts to, well, not very stable states of mind. So, let us not understand or let us not get entangled with the consequences. Somebody is meditative, somebody is in laughter, somebody is smiling, somebody is singing. Do not look at these things. These are all consequences of what's happening within the human being. Instead of fixing the root, you're trying to fix the fruit. Don't do that, you will end up with an artificial laughter, you will end up with a plastic fruit. It's very, very important that we attend to the source of life, not try to fix consequences. Whether it's your individual life or your activity in the world, do not try to fix consequences. When you try to fix consequences, the process will be a very painful process. Right now, everybody is becoming goal-oriented. Goal orientation means you're only interested in the finish line of your activity. If you're only interested in the finish line of your activity, let us say you're only interested in the finish line of your life, you must get there soon. You know what is the finish line of your life? Please do not look for the finish line. It is the process. It is the journey itself is the destination. If you realize this, there definitely will be an adequate amount of laughter in your life. It's not something that you plan, it is not something that you aspire for, if you keep yourself exuberantly alive. Laughter is a natural consequence of that.
Almost every average human being has what it takes to do life. But why is it that one person's brain sparkles with genius, another person's brain sparkles with pain and suffering and tension and stress and whatever else? All the ugliest things that nobody wants happens in people's minds. So is it a question of higher intelligence? Is it a question of some magical influence from somewhere? Or is it a question of bringing the necessary balance within yourself so that you become available to the magic of life? A skewed intelligence, however smart it may look on the periphery, cannot make this life happen beautifully. Above all, balance is needed. Balance on all levels. Otherwise, our very body and our very brain will function against us to a point where the only idea or the only form of relaxation today in the world, either there's sleep or drink or drug, all you're trying to do is to be brainless for a period of time. Because brain has become such a nuisance. If you didn't have one, you would be at least peaceful. Just what took millions of years of evolution to achieve, today has become a nuisance. What is the greatest miracle within this human frame has become a misery manufacturing machine. There are many aspects to it, I don't want to make it too simplistic, but above all, the most important thing is balance or lack of balance. So, this human mechanism, which is the most sophisticated instrument on the planet, if you do not pay enough attention to it, if it turns against you, there is nothing here in the world which can save you because nothing is more sophisticated than this one. Because this is of the highest level of evolution and sophistication. If this turns against you, nobody can save you, I want you to know this. So if this should not turn against you, to know the entirety of what this is, it'll take a certain level of attention. But to bring balance to this doesn't take too much. It is just that you're doing a few fundamental things absolutely wrong, that's all. To know the entirety of what this is, that's a whole lot of attention, time, education, assistance, guidance, so many things are involved. But to bring a reasonable sense of balance into you, it doesn't take much. You're doing a few things basically wrong with life. When I say basically wrong, one thing is for everybody to understand, all human experience is generated from within, is that so? All human experience is generated from within. So at any time, if you feel happy or unhappy, miserable, joyful, ecstatic, in a state of agony, doesn't matter what happens, what is your experience, pleasantness or unpleasantness, just to know that it's happening from within, and it can only happen from within. You can either take external stimuli or you can create your own stimuli, but essentially it happens from within. This one thing, if it is not grasped, when you feel miserable, if you think it's this one, you're gone. You're just… the keyboard is here, but you're punching the wall. This is not going to work. This one basic fundamental thing is something that almost 90% of the humanity is always doing it wrong. Whenever they feel miserable, they think it must be this one or that one or that one or that one. Now, all human experience is generated from within. If something is feeling unpleasant, first thing is to look at this. What am I doing wrong with this? Am I eating wrong? Am I sleeping wrong? Am I sitting wrong? Am I breathing wrong? Is my heart beating wrong? Something, my very chemistry is wrong. Something is wrong with this, not with that. So the moment you think by kicking the wall you can fix this one, then you made a fundamental mistake. The harder you try, the further away from it you go. So this possibility of bringing balance to the system, first of all, is the fundamental nature of yoga, the most basic forms of yoga. Whether it is, I know many of you doing probably the Nadi Vibhajan or Yoga Namaskar or Surya Namaskar or Surya Kriya, these are all basic forms of yoga. The first thing is to bring balance. Once there is balance, then you can build a tower on top of this. If there is no balance, whatever you build will only lead to more trouble. The more basic you are, the better it is. So this is what a whole lot of humanity is seeking, somehow to remain basic. Because if you build something, it feels terrible when there is no fundamental balance. Anything standing up without balance is a big problem. So the best thing is to lie down, stay close to the ground. If you grow tall, it'll be a problem, so remain at the minimum. A whole lot of humanity has reduced themselves to a minimal possible thing in their life. If I don't get into trouble, that's good enough. A whole lot of humanity. This is a serious waste of evolutionary work. What has happened on this planet in the last few million years to evolve life from its simplest form to what it is today, just wasting the entire process. And Mother Earth is not going to let you get away with it. You will pay the price. If you try to make life go backwards, it will make sure you pay the price. So instead of trying to do this, that, so many things, first thing is to do something to bring balance. First step is just this, that everything that I generate from within me in the form of experience, sensations, painful, pleasant, wonderful, horrible, whatever I go through is essentially generated from within me and nobody else but me. Others may help, you know. Others help. If you're miserable, some people will fuel it and help. If you're joyful, some people will fuel that and help. There are different types of people around us. They assist you as they know their life. But essentially, it is your making. This is the fundamental aspect of yoga. The first teaching that came out was that it is your karma. That means it's your making. Your life and the experience of your life is entirely your making. If this one thing doesn't sink into you absolutely, you will not make the necessary changes. You still think, yes, I know it's my karma, but you know, my husband, what he did. You can't fix this. First you understand, this is my making, entirely my making. The moment you see it, you have the ability to change it. I see it, but you know what they did to me yesterday? Now you can't change it. It doesn't matter who did what. What is happening within you, your experience of your life is entirely your making. This is your karma. Karma means not something that drops upon you from somewhere. Karma means your action, it's your making, it's your doing. So if you just said this one thing, creating the necessary balance will happen automatically. Once there is balance, then you would want to try many things. Otherwise, I'm talking about so many things up there in the sky, you will only be a spectator. You will not be the one who flies. You will only be a spectator because when there is no balance, you don't want to go 3 inches above the ground. So this is one fundamental thing. We've been talking about this in many forms. But if you want to make the full scope, if you want to make use of the full scope of this body and this brain, of this human possibility, of this consciousness that we refer to as human being, then first thing is this, that you understand and fix it within you absolutely that the quality of my life is entirely my making and nobody else and nobody else. If you fix this one thing, balance will come. Once balance comes, I'm impatient to take you to places where only people with balance can walk, others cannot. As a human being, the only tools that you have is your body, your mind and your energies. These are all the tools you have. One who learns to use these tools by choice, deftly, will naturally become a very impactful human being. One who does not learn to use either body, mind or energies consciously and skillfully, they will always think the world is unfair. Oh, somebody else is lucky. I am more intelligent than him, but everybody is partial to him. You've heard these stories all along. You can be a failure in your life with lots of explanations and philosophies attached, or you can just be a successful human being. That's all the choice is. That's all the choice is. Those who don't do well with themselves or with the world always have complaints. I have become like this because my father was not nice to me. When you're so lousy, how could he be nice to you? I'm not trying to be nasty to you, but if you at a young age are nasty and lousy, your father should be doubly nasty and lousy. For his age, I'm saying, hello? Gone through much more life than you, isn't it? Hello? Maybe life battered him much more than you, and he also had to bear with you. This one thing, if you want to do sadhana, if you want to learn to use these three basic tools effectively in your life of body, mind and energy, first and foremost thing, we've been rubbing it into you from the first day in inner engineering, that whatever happens, good happens, bad happens, beautiful things happen, nasty things happen, within me, outside of me, it's just me. Okay? Hello? Have you fixed that one thing with yourself? Huh? If I make it, it's me, if I don't make it, it's me. Have you fixed this? Sadhguru, we thought you will do it for us. Early on in one's life, one must fix this, that you are never the problem in your life. Your body, your mind, your energies are never the problem. Outside there'll be some problems, but we can manage them if this is not a problem. Huh? When this is going to become a problem in every challenging situation in your life, then all you will do is avoid challenges. If you avoid challenges, you will avoid all the possibilities of life. See, dullness is a wonderful thing. It avoids many problems because you won't even know there is a problem. It takes some intelligence to see what's wrong. Everything is okay. There are two ways to be free of trouble. Someone said, I don't remember who, someone said, angels are untouched by problems because of their brilliance, and animals are untouched by problems because of lack of it. But a man hangs in between and struggles because he is still a possibility, not yet a reality. A human being is just a possibility. You can make him into a higher possibility or you can push him down into lower possibility. This essentially depends upon how effectively
can you use your body, your mind and your energies? Will you use them or will they use you? This is a question. When I say will they use you, without any prejudice, without any looking down upon people, just simply carefully look at what are people's lives committed to. Most people's lives on the planet are just committed to servicing their body, servicing their psychological needs, emotional needs, that's about it. Hello? Their whole life is arranged just for this. You may call this business, you may call this career, you may call this family, you may call this home, but just to service the needs, physiological and psychological needs, whole life's arrangements are made, isn't it? You please tell me, I'll go by your opinion. You're not believing me. That's right. This physiology and this psychology is here to serve you or for you to serve them? Huh? They're supposed to serve us, but most human beings are serving them their entire life. When they're eating breakfast, they're planning their lunch. When they're eating their lunch, they're planning their dinner. Like this, it's all about food, shelter, security, emotions for each other, whatever. Essentially, for physiological and psychological needs, the whole life is structured around that. Well, this is called normal life. So my intention is you must become abnormal. That you use your body and your mind for enhancement of this life, not to enslavement of this life. If this has to happen, we need to sharpen the tools a little bit. Otherwise, morning, 5 o'clock, body says, nonsense, set up and sleep. I thought people who want to die go like this. But people want to live who go like this, what is that? Hello? Those who want to die will close their eyes and… Those who want to live should be up to catch the first rays of sun before it hits the planet. Huh? You must be the first one to catches the sun rays, not the insects, not the birds, not the blades of grass. You must be the first one to get it. Well, just every day, for next 2 weeks, just get the first rays of sun on your body and see what happens to you. You will live a different kind of life altogether.